Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Muhammad Atif and this is the summary of today's lesson. Today we resumed our lesson 3 English student book unit 4 page number 54 and 55. In last class we have discussed lesson 3 question 1, 2 and 3 and 4. And today we resumed our lesson from page number 55, word study exercise 5. So this exercise is related to the compound nouns, or you can say that we need to match the verbs to the nouns. Okay, these are the verbs and these are the nouns. So you can use some words more than once as well. For example, eat, you can say eat a cake, okay, and also food. Okay, so you can use the model, the verb eat with two nouns, cake and food. So we discussed this exercise as well, and I asked the students to share the answers. So they discussed the answers, and then I displayed the answers to the class as well. So I'm going to include the answers for the summary purpose as well, so you can also correct your answers. So these are the answers. So verb eat will goes with two nouns, cake and food, light with candles, receive a blessing and a gift, get a gift and a blessing. So make a cake, sing a song. So that was the answer of activity 5. After that, exercise 6 is related to the grammar topic, and this is our grammar topic that we have discussed already during the lesson, and now I'm going to include it again in the summary video. So this topic is related to the future simple tense, use of will and want. So to discuss it better and for the better understanding, I've already included a short tutorial video during the lesson. I'm going to include it again. So kindly listen to the video and watch it as well. I'm going to explain it to you by myself as well. So let us start.
The most commonly used future tenses are shall and will plus the base form of the verb, to be going to plus the base form of the verb, the present continuous, the present simple, to be about to and the base form of the verb, and the future continuous.
So our today's topic is just related to the first tense, which is, you can also call it future simple tense, the use of shall or will plus base form of the verb. So let us discuss this point only.
Let's look at shall and will plus the base form of the verb. We use this form for things decided on the spot. They are not fixed agreements and they are not very likely to follow through. We need to pay extra attention to shall because we only use shall in questions with I and we. Shall I help you with that? And shall we go for a swim?
So first, as I discussed, that we use shall or will plus base form of the verb to describe future simple. Okay, and we use this tense for things decided on the spot about future. Okay, and it is not a fixed agreement as well because we decided it on the spot. So we have two model verbs for future tense, shall and will. Okay, so we use shall only in questions with the subject I and we. Okay, with these two subjects in question only, we use shall, and we use will for the rest of the conditions, like for negative sentences and for informative sentences and for the questions as well. So if we have a subject he, she or it in questions, we will use will. So here it is, will in all other situations, like I have explained it to you.
Situations. I will take the bus. You will listen to me. we will make dinner, and they will drop by.
So these are the examples
Situations.
or example of informative sentences. Okay, questions with will. So in questions we can also use will. Okay, but as I've mentioned that we can use will with he, she, it, or they. Okay, like these subjects, and we cannot use will for I and we.
Will. Again, we use the base form of the verb. Will he put up his tent? Will she celebrate her birthday? Will you park your bikes in the
So as you can see that these are the example questions. Okay, and just focus on the subjects he, she, and you. So we cannot use will with the subject I or we.
shed? Let's look at negations with will. We use will and add not, contracting it into won't and the base form of the verb. Now I've also included shall. Shall plus not becomes shan't and the base form of the verb. But this form is very old fashioned, but I thought it would be fun to put it in anyway. Shan't I get sunburned? It's quite Victorian. You won't cross the road. It won't be easy. We won't make the beds.
So we use uh, will not and shall not with short forms as well in the modern English to describe the negation or to when you want to express that something is not happen or something will not possible. So we use not with will and shall. So we use shall only in questions with the subject I and we. Okay, and for the rest of the conditions we have to use will. So that was the explanation about the use of will. After that, I asked the students to read this dialogue box as well, use of English box. So basically, I use this explanation as a summary video because this explanation contains some of the sentences from the lesson. So it is more convenient or easy and easy for the students to follow. So then after we started exercise 7, complete the sentences with the correct verbs and will. So we have these verbs where, receive, celebrate, be, and make. These are the base form of the verbs, and we have these 5 sentences, and we need to use these verbs with the correct form of the will. So I asked the students to guess the answers. So they try to answer the questions, and then I also displayed the answers as well, like I'm going to include it now. So these are the answers on your screen right now. So that was the today's lesson. Hopefully you have learned it well and you understand everything related to the topic. So that's all for today. Thank you very much. Take care and Allah Hafiz.